The party has managed to reclaim several new members from the city of Nangalore. After gaining access to the Remove Curse spell, they've restored to life Undril, as well as 3 other adventurers who managed to fall before the Gorgon. They made their way back to Kir-Sabal to bring the Black Orchid to the monastery, and have now once again headed north, up the River Olu.
So where do you go from here?
Did we just finish camp? Or are we going into camp?
I'm going to say it was the morning, and you'd already had your long rest and everything.
Okay. So I guess we apply our bug stuff. Eat
Yep.
food.
Did we lay any traps?
No.
No. Okay.
Because like I said, I can't. And
Yeah.
Yeah. All I know is we're heading towards that clearing that Harmony saw over here.
Hey, question, Joe. Oh, never mind. Forget that. Okay, let's get going.
Monsters of the Multiverse is for pre-order on Roll20 right now.
Okay.
So you're choosing to get out of the river and start heading east?
How far up the river are we right now?
You would guess right around here.
Oh yeah, if we're around there, then yeah, we'd probably. So those are some pretty sheer cliffs. So if we wanted to go by land, we'd have to disembark about where we'd be in.
Okay.
Well, you pack up your folding boat, get all your supplies, and disembark everyone, as well as Mountain Thunder. And you start making east. Now that you are back in the jungles, you'll have to make your survival checks to figure out where you're going. Also, I mistakenly said in the last session that each hex is 30 miles. They are 10 miles.
Oh, okay. So this entire time we thought it's been 30. We've had 16 sessions and you've been saying it's 30 miles.
No, I was saying 10 miles, and I just know that last session I said 30. But I've been I double checked. In the earlier sessions, I did say 10.
Oh, okay.
I just go with whatever Joe says.
I would have been.
It doesn't change anything for like walking travel.
No.
But sailing it will,
Okay.
because the boats have specific speeds.
You're saying we only walk 10 miles a day?
In a thick jungle when you're safari.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes more sense than him saying we were doing about 30.
It's considered that your movement speed is halved because of the jungle. You can choose to move at a faster pace to try and make more ground.
But like if we're ever traveling on the river again.
What about the river?
If we travel on the river, we could probably do more than 10 miles a day.
Well, seeing as you're only moving by oar, no. But when you actually get to the point of sailing, like actually making use of a sailing ship, then those things have a pretty decent speed.
Yes. We just couldn't maximize our boat because none of us know how to operate a sailboat.
Way to go, Erd.
Where to go? Shadow Scale.
Yeah, I know.
Erd, lead the way.
Oh, you want me to do?
You need to make a survival check to figure out where you're going.
We're going straight up.
And what pace are you choosing to make?
Erd's pace.
I think normal will be fine. Or do we want to rush it?
I'd be fine with rushing it. We've got NPCs that can do all our watches.
Okay.
Only downside would be we'd be at disadvantage for any perception.
Yeah. Now, Mike, are we really in a hurry to get to this clearing?
No.
So.
Okay. Just was a suggestion.
That's what I was just asking. It's like, are we in a hurry? I don't think we are.
Shadow Scale doesn't care. Shadow Scale.
And we all know Erd does not care either.
Shadow Scale
Erd goes at his own pace.
It's basically us three that just,
That all have problems with things and need to answer every question. Yes.
with a question. No.
So we will travel at normal pace.
I was just asking.
Normal pace?
Yep.
Well, it is less humid today, but it is raining relatively heavy. The weather is pretty normal, though. I mean, it's been raining every day. It is the rainy season. Nonetheless, you head out, and things are pretty uneventful. You make your normal time, and while it's hard to tell with how much rain there is, based off the amount of time you've passed, it should be evening now, so you start making camp.
Yes, sir.
Well, shall we go hunting today?
I'd be okay with that. I'm sure
Okay.
Shadowscale will.
Sure.
Company.
Hunting will go. Hunting will go. Hi ho, Mario. The murdering of the the monsters.
Yeah.
Another traditional village from Erd's the traditional song from Erd's Village.
I mean, you don't really find anything that you could eat. There's a handful of small birds that you find, but nothing that would have any meat on it, really.
I guess we go to Plan B.
You are not eating me.
You'll never see it coming.
You come back to camp empty-handed.
Oh well.
Go get him, Jax. Go take your naps in the forest.
So you want me to send Jacques?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do anything, he just did wait.
Just
Yes,
don't
we-
tell him to have fun.
He's gonna go have fun, probably.
Did no better than I did.
Yeah, Jacques goes out, but after a few hours, he comes back without anything.
Oh, that's that.
Needs a pack.
We need to eat him.
We are not
Yeah, to be
eating Jacques.
To be perfectly honest, Jacques is a Deinonychus. They aren't meant for hunting alone, usually.
They're better in packs of like 6.
Kinda figured.
But that one time you got that snake, we were all very impressed.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. I mean, him fighting frost giants was very impressive as well.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
But anyways, I believe we'll retire for the night. Let the NPCs do their watch.
I'm gonna have to buy so much stuff next time we go to town.
Of what supplies?
Yeah, well, a lot of the stuff I'm gonna have to order, like see if I can get shipped in, because there's some spells that I can't do unless they have the certain things like mica chips, which is a type of rock. I'm gonna have to see if they got that, or if I'll have to order that out from the north.
Well, you guys rest for the night, but after just maybe an hour or so of resting, the camp is awoken by none other than Gaul, the new scout that Harmony rescued. He, of course, goes to wake Harmony first.
What is it, Gaul? What is it? Is there a boy in the well?
He's not a dog.
Bark.
No, but there are creatures not too far from the camp, and I believe they are headed this way.
Alright, let's wake everyone else up then. And at least be awake if... who's the stealthiest here?
I mean, no one in the party is built for stealth, really. Maybe best option is Erd.
I have a plus 6 to stealth.
I only have a +3 to stealth.
I got disadvantage.
I have oil.
Okay.
He's gonna cover himself in oil and light himself on fire.
No, that's
we have the
magical.
oil of etherealness.
Well, I do have, I can send a message back to you guys, like, through our brains. So I can be telepathic. So once I wake everybody up, I'll see if, I can see what's coming, so you guys can prepare for whatever.
What is Jax's stealth?
Shots?
Well, he wouldn't be able to like communicate with us what it is
Yeah.
that's coming.
No, I have beast sense, so I can see what he sees.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's if he allows you to touch him.
I'm pretty sure he will.
Make an
been
animal
around for a
handling
while.
check.
Remember,
look
he's
at me.
bonded to me, so
I have a 6 to handling. I roll a fucking 11.
He doesn't mind Erd touching
Yeah,
him.
see? Lizard folk. We stick together.
but see,
So if you, do you want to send Jacques out?
not really, being as he's not very well trained.
I can go. It's not a big deal.
All right, make a stealth and then a perception.
It could have been worse.
Well, you go out maybe a good 50 yards from the camp. And that's when you're finally able to make out what appears to be a pair of Allosaurus coming towards the camp.
Oh,
But as you are out there, and as you see them, you turn to start heading back to the camp and step on a branch. It breaks, and both of them look directly at you.
run.
First, I send a message saying you just start running. Well, or
Here's the thing,
I could
Jack.
run in the
She
other
doesn't know what an
direction.
Allosaurus is.
We
She
killed an
does.
Allosaurus. All
You run
together.
into a couple at this point.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah.
we have taken one down before. So I'll
We
start
could-
running back. And like, guys,
Just-
prepare. There's a couple of Allosaurus on my tail.
The moment they come through, we just magic barrage.
A voice from the sky. It has warned me. Shadow Scale is prophet.
No.
Great shaman.
With that, Joe, can I quickly make my turret?
Yeah, you have plenty of time to make your turn.
Okay. Let's throw my turret onto my shoulder.
I will ready Scorching Ray.
I will write holy scripture.
You can't even write.
Yeah.
She can't doodle.
Yeah, we're ready.
And besides, you would
Firebolt.
recognize that that is Harmony's voice.
Unless she did a cool voice. Beware.
Beware of the creature.
Don't encourage him.
I think I'm gonna need some cure wounds.
I get to rain my bow.
Ready, firebolt.
It shows up, I kill it. As simple as that.
It's like 4 times bigger than you. But yes.
So,
And you're 10 times weaker than me. Shut up.
yeah, he told you.
You're 3rd time we can meet. Shut up.
Icarus, you're just as weak as I am.
I'm probably stronger than you are.
They're all.
Let's start getting some. Do you want to control your NPCs, Harmony?
They're
I
in the
mean,
darkness.
it'd be easier if you did it.
All right.
Just because there's 3 of them.
Just want to note, you literally complained about this in the first session. When, or was it either first or second, maybe, when the professor got access to Tabin. Your exact words were, "Why does he get to control him?"
Oh. I totally forgot about that.
I've been rewatching from the beginning.
I probably wasn't listening.
Making sure we didn't miss anything.
Well, I'm double checking stuff that I may have
Because
forgotten.
The professor's clear gay tendencies.
What?
It's okay, Professor.
Mm.
He
Nothing
just
wrong with that.
had a pull over Tabin.
Well,
You feel
Shab-
free to cut that out, Sam.
Shibata has the initiative.
How dare she? It's like, Dark Joe, I see nothing.
It is dark. It's night.
I thought we were at the
Are
camp.
we on our camp?
No, you went out towards to meet Harmony because she gave a warning.
No, because I said I'm bringing them back so they would have time to prepare.
Yeah, but you don't want to be standing in the middle of your camp.
True.
That is true. We would have
That
wanted to get a
that is
little bit
not your
away.
choice, Joe. That was our choice.
Do you want me to move you to a camp map and stand in the middle of camp?
No. I
No.
mean, I really don't want to fight you.
I'd
there.
rather move out to Harmony regardless to protect her.
And I probably would have cast a light cantrip. On at least
On-
something.
Well, what you have cast it on?
My ballista.
How?
Oh.
We'll cast it on Taven's spearhead.
Why not?
He
Holy
throws that
shit.
thing all the time.
Yeah,
The guy who loses the spear.
like every other turn.
I attack.
Ugh.
Oh, my spear's here. Oh, there goes my spear.
Another one of his smart ideas, right, Andre?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shut up out there, Ignis.
Oh, so you an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't talking in character, but
Oh, if we're talking about out of character ideas about all the things you've had recently,
we'll see. If I was talking in character, I would have said shadow scale. I was more mentioning the sandbox.
Anyway.
Where is it, Joe? Where are these allosaurs?
Are you able to see now?
I mean, I can see my stuff.
I am black.
I can see out to
I see-
here.
I see myself. That's about it.
I've always been able to
These
see.
people without dark vision.
I am the great Charmin.
Are you guys in the right corner of the map?
Yeah, I see my token.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, hey. I see people.
Hey,
I could see over here.
look, there's a very buff woman.
I think that's Chada.
That poor
Yes.
woman
That is Shabata.
to have an afro that big in the
Her
jungle.
picture. Oh, I guess her picture does match.
That is very true. The afro in the jungle.
She moves up, seeing Harmony running.
She can see that far?
Yeah, even I can't see Harmony.
Oh, she can hear the sound of her running.
I mean, wouldn't the sounds of Allosaur's footsteps be a little louder?
Oh, those are definitely are. But it is your go, Erd.
Kazoo.
We can conclude that Harmony said she was leading them back. So therefore, where the Allisons are,
There. I'm gonna ready my bow.
Harmony.
Ready your bow?
Yep.
Ready my bow.
Igris.
I am going to move. I'm gonna stay here. Have my homemade staff, and I'm gonna ready fire bolt for when I see the first Allosaur.
Yeah.
Shadow scale?
How big's the log there?
Exactly as it shows.
Also, log us off the cliff.
I think he's asking like how tall.
I will rage and hold attack.
The log is about 5 feet high.
Excuse me.
I thought that was a cliff. I thought I moved.
Shiny lights around me. Hooray!
Tabin. Do those actually produce light?
No, it just says multicolored protective light, so I can get you see, and anyone who's around me gains see.
You'll move up to there.
The log does count as difficult terrain because of it
Yep,
being
I
so
did
high.
count that.
Gal gets behind and readies his bow. Kwani also takes cover behind the log and readies her crossbow. Windrill steps forward a little bit and waits for whatever is going to happen. Professor.
I will step up on top of the log and ready
How do we
scorching
fall
ray for whenever I can see an Allosaurus. It's a big log. I can easily step on it.
I'll be fall off anyways. When casting a spell.
Been raining, and there's moss there. It could be slick.
You could be slick.
I always am. I am Shadow Scale. The great Shem.
No, not.
Do not fear my power, young one.
Harmony, you hear the pounding of the Allosaurus as it comes up behind you.
Is it actually like running up behind? Oh, it is.
Oh, there it is! Oh, I should have stealthed as well, see if we can get a surprise attack.
What is your armor class?
11.
It comes thundering towards you and then catches you with its claws, dealing 12 slashing damage. You must make a strength saving throw from the sheer force of its blow. You manage to just barely keep your feet and stumble forward only a little bit. You don't fall to the ground, though.
Hello, dumbass.
This one attempts to do a similar thing to Shadow Scale, but underestimates just how small she is.
I think you mean it was intimidated by my hugeness.
No.
Just by your ego.
Nonetheless, you strike at it, dealing a mighty blow as the blood begins to flow. Harmony.
Wouldn't all the people who got held actions go?
Are you able to see it now?
Yeah.
Then yeah, anyone who's got a held action that can see it can now fire.
I can see it barely. But I can still see it.
All right. My held action was Firebolt.
That was Mr. Arrow.
There's the Erd arrow.
Yep.
Come
That
on.
Pig Joe.
That hits it.
And where's my Firebolt?
And my D6. The D6 for my bugs. Yes, it is. That bug one's my bugs swarming it. No.
Your firebolt hits.
Okay. And then since I'm using my staff, I get an extra D8 for the damage. Ooh, that was nice on one of the rolls. So ooh, nice.
Oops.
Shadow Scale, you strike at it. Erd lets loose an arrow, catching it in the throat, and then finally a ball of fire hits it directly in the side of the face, and it crashes to the ground.
It's so much for all of us.
Well, okay then.
Let's be the full might of my magic abilities.
I
see it. Boom.
I didn't use a magical ability.
Like I said, magic barrage, you know?
I did magic barrage. I shot a regular arrow with some bugs at it.
But yes, now it is actually Harmony's turn. You hit it with your Eldritch Blast.
Well, we'll be eating good tonight.
And then I'll jump off the bridge.
Well, if you do that, it gets an opportunity attack on you.
It catches you with the mouth.
You choosing to still do it?
No.
No. She's also
Just
disappointed.
stay up there. You'll be fine.
As soon as I get in range.
How tall is
I'll
that
kill it.
cliff?
8 feet
Apparently
high.
I'll be fine. So
Oh,
Damn.
I'll stay.
Well, Shabata is going to try to climb it. She manages. She runs forward, bringing about her large, heavy pole arm. But her first strike hits more of the foliage than it does the Allosaurus. And then she proceeds to just kind of throw her weapon off somewhere.
Gosh, what is it with NPCs and throwing their weapons?
She must be a relative of Tabin's.
So now she just kind of stands there, befuddled, unsure what to do. She's making a bad first impression.
She's clearly his ancestor.
Clearly.
Tabin's ancient ancestor. But she said she never had kids.
Well, it doesn't mean it have to be on her side. She could have had like a sister or a brother.
It's very true. Erd.
It's great.
I mean, it's only 90 years
That's a
ago,
lot of
so
greats
it
for-
could only be like 2
yeah.
generations removed.
True.
David doesn't even have a last name, so we will never know.
I can't even see it.
You can't.
No.
No, because the stupid dynamic lighting says they can't see it. So I really wish you'd just turn off the stupid dynamic lighting because it annoys the crap out of me.
But it's adding realism.
Yeah.
But it's not like that on a tabletop.
But where Tabit is, the light would not actually illuminate up there either.
Okay, still, I request it be turned off from now on.
No.
Stupid.
Kinda looks
Overruled.
like Pac-Man from my.
Ugh.
I mean, if you look at it.
You just had to point that out. Now I can't unsee it.
What can I
Waka
do?
waka 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 waka.
The only one who can even somewhat, maybe barely see would be the professor, only because he's standing up on a log, and
I
even
can
then
see it,
he'd have to
somewhat.
shoot. He'd have to shoot through the foliage. Dropping a fairy fire.
Oh no, I was gonna read it.
Now, do you do anything besides move? Fairy fire lets you light up a creature, giving everyone advantage on attacking it.
Anything? Yeah, I was hoping I could just use it as a light source in general.
No, you'd have to pull out a torch,
Yeah,
which is going to be difficult in heavy rain.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
I'm surrounded.
I'm done. Over that, I have an extra attack I could have attacked with.
Igris.
See, I'm nice and toasty right now because I cast this fire spell. I'm gonna move right to here.
There's just steam coming off of Igris as
Yeah,
they all
I have
evaporate
fire, you know,
immediately.
surrounding me. Yeah, so it just. So I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna use Scorching Ray. So I have to do that 3 times, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so does that hit? I don't remember.
It does not. The foliage around it catches more of the ray than the actual Allosaurus. That definitely does, burning straight through everything.
Okay. And then I'll add the D8 to that spell. That bolt. Okay. And then one more.
And you hit it again. I
And
feel like
then
you're
the
better off
bonus-
just doing Firebolt.
Yeah. And my bonus action for the ballista. To go.
Did grab dark vision.
Nope.
That's my spell.
Oh. They wanted me to input value.
Well, the ballista also just barely misses. That is your go.
Yep.
Shadow scale.
If I stood on this body, would it give me advantage on this athletics?
I'll say
doubt it.
yeah.
Yay! That I'm climbing up.
You have advantage anyway, I think, because it's a strength basing while raging.
Oh, I thought it was only strength.
It might be specifically strength checks and not strength-based checks.
Yeah, it did say just strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay, then yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
nonetheless,
And it has to be athletics?
yes, athletics. You easily climb up that small ridge.
Okay, let's see. 5, 10. Or is that double move for climbing?
Because you passed your athletics, it was just 5.
Alright, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then I'm gonna strike it! I'm gonna hit it hard!
You have advantage.
You throw your weapon.
You hit it. You leave a massive gash in its leg and it roars at you. You strike it again. And as you do so, it comes down trying to bite you, but you shove your sword into its mouth and up through the up top half of its jaw, cutting the brain.
Then I stand atop its body and let out a massive squeak. The best that I can do.
In my head, all I could hear is,
Saved you, didn't I?
Don't need any.
Well, you have 2 dead Allosaurus.
I want a claw.
might as
Feast
well
well,
have
friends.
Erd
Dinner earned.
cut up the meats.
Well, you're able to get 32 Allosaurus meat.
And then back to sleep.
You'll head back to camp and finish out your rest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the rest of the night is uneventful. You all wake up in the morning ready to head back out.
Excellent. Get our munchies, get our stuffs from Tyler.
Yep. Got the bug repellent marked down.
And
We
Erd.
got 125 more bug repellent.
Lucky for Sabara, no one saw her throw her weapon. Other than Harmony.
Just Harmony.
Ooh, wow.
Oh wow, Erd.
You're motivated today, aren't you?
Almost have one Allosaurus. Only shot one arrow.
He is in the presence of the great shaman.
You are not a
I
shaman.
imagine that would bolster the morale.
You are not a shaman.
So now we know we can take out Allosaurus pretty easily.
Then how do you prove the voice in my head?
That was Harmony.
So, between Erd being as sure as possible of where they're going, the humidity has dropped down tremendously, as has the rain, and with the rain, lower temperatures. This is probably the most comfortable you've been in a long while.
Interesting.
Excellent. Very excellent.
Well, with the
Everyone's
weather,
not
then I'd
focused.
say we double.
As long as it's not cold, I don't care what this
You're gonna choose to double time it?
I would say that. With the weather dropping down,
I'm okay with that.
temperature being good. Great survival roll.
Well, you reach your location way ahead of schedule then.
I was gonna say. Is it that
Well, how
X
is
that
that
just
rule?
appeared?
Yes.
Yep.
Good, I thought it was just,
Honestly, I would
nothing.
prefer us to take into account like how the weather, temperature's doing, as well as our survival roll before we decide if we do double or we just go standard. Going standard all the
Oh, no.
time is kind of
Where are we?
But where's the fun in that?
Where's the adventure?
if we do what?
We're on an adventure.
See, now we can just, hop out here and go
Oh, no,
along the
there.
coast
Yeah, follow the coast all the way to
to Port
Digliai.
Castigliar.
R. Castigliar.
Castigliar.
Castigliar?
Castiliar.
Castiliar.
Port Cast Iron.
Anyways, yes.
Need to change this. All I see is because it's reface stuff. Go back to
Well-
general.
You make your way through the jungle and you eventually find an area where several of the trees have fallen and a large chunk of the forest has basically it doesn't make sense what you see. In fact, it beggars belief. There's a galleon in the trees.
In the trees.
Yeah,
How high up? Or is it like on the ground?
it's upside down.
This
Hanging
is one of your weird human homes, isn't it?
This normally is not in the trees, Shadows.
How high up is it?
Not very high. I mean, the trees couldn't hold it up too high, but it's about 10 feet off the ground, hanging upside down. The hull is encrusted with barnacles, as you'd expect of an actual ship, but it also looks relatively overgrown, with ivy and other creepers and plants growing on it.
Do we want to check it out, Professor?
I'm very intrigued right now.
Everyone make perception rolls.
You're always intrigued.
How often is it that you come across a galleon in trees?
I wouldn't know. A lot, probably. You
No.
humans are weird.
No,
We
we do not normally have our galleons in trees, Shadow Scale.
we donut. That could go for a donut.
Okay.
Well, Taben and Erd, both of you notice that there is something prowling not too far away that seems to, for quite a while now, for the last couple hours, has been watching you.
It better beware.
And
If
it's
I-
gotten closer the closer you've gotten to your location. And now that you're like right at this wrecked ship, it's basically just maybe 100 feet away at this point.
I know what it is.
You can't make out. It's keeping itself hidden, but you know that it's there.
Well, I'm gonna start finding a way to get up in that tree, to that boat.
You start trying to get onto the boat.
Yep.
Well, as you do that, the creature that's been following you steps out into the clearing you're in and in front of you, and you see a tiger.
Hey, this is my home.
What?
What?
This is my home now.
Okay.
I didn't see no name on it.
I knew it was a human house.
He's not human.
I was gonna say I'm not human.
Humanoid.
Humans don't have horns.
Yeah, they just keep
Hey,
theirs
really?
hidden though.
What?
Nonetheless, as it steps forward, the tiger suddenly stands upright and like partially transforms.
Oh, hello.
Is this your house?
Oh.
Gonna climb
Oh.
back down.
Watch tiger. Where a tiger? Interesting.
Yeah, as you ask, the now obviously were-tiger says, "Yes, it is my home." You notice with the way he's talking, he seems like he's not used to speaking, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, no problem. Just gonna jump back down here.
Oh,
Yeah, this
it's
guy-
a
this is
tiger
how-
house. I've never seen one before.
He looks down like he's distracted, and then he finally looks up. Tell me, why are you in the jungle? He seems like he's struggling to like figure out words.
Well, we're here for many reasons, actually.
They're idiots.
Shut up, SoundScapes.
Only the professor.
I'm sorry. Do you want to recap what you did last time? A few days ago.
Killed an allosaur. Yeah, I'll
And you are
recap
a
that.
talking tiger.
It's a were-tiger.
We do many things.
Suddenly, you hear shouts coming from the sound of the ship. They are small and kind of high-pitched sounding.
Oh god.
Babies.
Kids.
Always babies.
May I ask what those are?
You start hearing various things. You make out, "Magawe!"
Oh god.
And you look over and see about half a dozen veggie pygmies start climbing down the various ivy and ropes. And some of them appear to even be unmounted creatures, and they have little spears.
So
Oh.
cute.
Here comes the dryad.
Run, Tyler!
I'll burn them all if they touch me. They're like vegetables.
What are you talking about?
But as they start coming near, the were-tiger kind of looks over and goes, "Ayos lang." And they all kind of stop where they are, but they all still seem to be eyeing you up.
So, I assume this is your village pygmies.
Vegetable.
Dinner?
Village of the pygmies, yes.
He stops and like scratches his head for a minute and goes, "Yes, I live with the veggies."
Oh my god.
Do the veggies tell tales?
Tyler, no. We're not doing any vegetable jokes. We're not doing any vegetable puns.
One of them happens to be named Larry, and he likes to sing silly songs.
I like Larry.
I would die for Larry. But nonetheless, if it's their home, then we best leave.
Sorry for intruding.
Well, I think we should ask them a few questions.
Why?
What, you guys are just like normally. You guys know about were-tigers and like talking tigers living with a bunch
I am
of
Shadow
vegetable people
Scale.
in a tree,
I-
up like in a boat that's upside down in a tree.
Seen
I
a
am
lot of
Remember,
stuff
you're
in this
talking to
jungle.
Shadow Scale.
Shadow Scale doesn't care.
Seen a lot of stuff in this jungle. Nothing phases me anymore.
Nonetheless, the were-tiger says, "No, do not go. You have things, right?"
Yes, we have things.
Got
Things
things.
for
Depending
what?
on what
Doo-wops.
you're referring
Do
to
you
as
need help?
things.
Apparently humans have horns, so I gotta find out about that too.
Humans do not have horns.
But
Just gotta look
big
hard enough.
horn.
He is a tiefling.
But he said humans have horns.
Igris, what are you putting in her head?
The were-tiger is just looking back and forth, seemingly really confused. He's having a really hard time following how quickly you're all talking.
Actually, better what? Igris, don't talk.
I point down.
No.
Horn.
Eventually, he starts walking over to the wreck of the ship and waves. He goes, "Come, come, I have things."
Okay.
Ooh,
guess
I like
follow.
things.
He does worse.
I guess I'll follow.
All I'm hearing is the
if you have coin.
That's all I'm hearing in my head.
Does he have a dingle hopper?
We are not getting a dingle hopper.
Oh, but I could use a dingle hopper.
As you start to climb up, it's faded and hard to see, but you can barely make out the name on the side of the ship, and it says Narwhal.
Narwhal, narwhal.
Living in the ocean.
Causing a commotion.
Because they are so awesome.
Oh my god, stop it!
But yes, he climbs into the upside-down cabin, and you can see that he's clearly made a home of it, and he's got all sorts of odds and ends and tidbits. Think like Tarzan.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Please tell
We
me you're
just
not
met-
going to say one of these things is a thingamajigger.
No.
Okay.
What about a dingle hopper?
Majigama-thinger.
Yeah. It's a whatchamacallit.
But yeah, he seems to have miscellaneous things. You recognize like a cartography set, some leatherworker's tools, some herbalism stuff. There appears to be an old wooden trunk. He's got a hammock hung up from the upside down cabin. Spyglass, a deck of cards, things that were probably on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nonetheless, he opens up his trunk and starts digging through it, and eventually he pulls out some gemstones that look quite nice.
Ooh.
He empties them out into his palm out of a small leather bag, and then he says, "See? Things."
Very shiny things.
What use do you have for these things? Just a collection?
I find things to trade to people for good drink.
Well, we have good drink, my sir.
Do we?
At that, he starts like making a smile on his tiger face and nodding. Good drink.
In fact,
And he's-
we have
and as-
2 different drinks.
He starts holding out the gems towards the professor, putting them back into the little bag and holding them out to you.
Do you have a cup or a bowl?
At that, he kind of he's still just absently holding the bag without thinking, and he goes
Barrel.
back into his trunk, and then he brings out like a small cup.
Are there any barrels?
He kind of scratches his head, just throws the cup over his shoulder, and it lands in the corner. Barrel?
Yes, kind of big cup.
Oh. He wanders around some more, and he pulls out a pretty poorly kept keg. And it's got water in it.
You're gonna make him dump out his water.
Like
you can fill it
this?
with. Beer.
Yes, that. However, it will need to be empty.
He just pours it out on the floor right in front of you.
All right.
Well, he understood the assignment.
I take out the alchemy jug. I say beer, and I begin to pour. You can have 4 gallons of beer.
Beer, 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 beer.
With that, he claps his hands once, and he's smiling big, and he holds out the bag with the gems again.
And I will accept the bag of gems.
I did not know you had funny water.
Shadowscale, you are not to drink it.
Don't worry, Shadowscale. I got something for you to drink later.
You're the best, Bighorns.
And when you finally pour all 4 gallons of it out, he goes, "So much good drink." He picks up, and he literally just goes over, has the barrel in one arm, and he goes over and tries to pick up the cup from the corner, spilling some of the beer, stands back up, puts the cup into the keg, and then drinks some of it out. Good drink. Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Now there's going to be a drunk weretiger walking around the jungle.
With veggie pygmies.
At this point, you see several of the veggie pygmies kind of peeking through the doorway, but not coming inside.
Funny water.
With that, he seems pretty content, just drinking the beer.
I'm gonna use magic awareness.
All right. You get a very slight sense of magic coming from his trunk.
If he seems like content, can I ask him, like, did you put the boat in the tree, or did you find it this way?
He finishes his cup of beer that he's now on his 4th one already. He goes, "Not the boat? Oh, no." And he starts drinking again.
You have more to trade?
Kind of scratches his chin.
I see something special in trunk.
Goes, and he looks, and he pulls out what you obviously recognize as a potion of healing. Goes, good drink. Not taste, but good. Make good. And he kind of gestures towards his body.
Oh, okay.
He looks at it. He kind of looks at the keg of beer. And he seems like he's thinking about something, but then he shakes his head and goes, keep. Need to keep. Puts it back in his trunk.
Okay, well. Then I don't care.
And then he kind of stops and thinks, no place that people want to see.
You know of a place that people want to see?
Yes, big bones, very big bones.
Where?
Yes.
He seemingly stops and thinks, and then he points over towards what you know to be the southwest.
You should pull out your map.
It's beneath.
See if he knows.
Would you be able to take us there?
He nods.
Excellent.
It's gonna take us back to Needle's Bones, I swear to God.
Would be kind of funny.
It'd be a huge waste of time.
Still funny.
Then I'll have to kill him.
I'm gonna ask if there's any books around.
He kind of looks confused for a minute.
I'll take out my journal and kind of show him that this is what I'm asking about.
He once you say that, he recognizes it and wanders around through the cabin again and eventually he pulls out what appears to be, you would guess, the captain's journal from the ship.
Good find.
He doesn't seem like he cared about it at all.
I can have, right? Yes?
He nods. Yeah.
Thank you.
Goes back to drinking more beer.
Then I'm like, well, I will let the others deal with the rest of this weird tag. I have found a book that is of interest.
I leave. I don't have any funny water.
I can give you funny water tomorrow.
That's tomorrow is not today.
I mean, why don't we show him a map and see if he knows he can point to the location of where these ships are?
I don't think he would understand what a map is, Tyler.
You never know. Go ahead.
I doubt it too.
Just the way he's acting, he's pretty primitive. Maps are a pretty advanced thing.
Yeah, let's go then.
So you guys just gonna head out?
Well, we'll ask if he can show us the way right now,
I want to look around the boat first.
or if we can get
Can we
permission to.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's showing us everything else. He doesn't even know us. He's welcomed into his home with his little village people. I think he's gonna show us around.
I mean, as far as you can tell, he just showed you into his little cabin,
And then Sam gave him beer.
and now he's
Can
happy.
I'm gonna ask him if we can see the rest of the village.
Oh, he just kind of nods and shakes his hand off, excusing you seemingly.
Yeah, I want to look around this place.
As you start to wander around, at least half of the veggie pygmies are sticking very close, making sure that you're not doing anything weird in their village. But yeah, you climb into the actual cargo hold of the ship below deck, and the veggie pygmies have made an entire village on the inside of this upside down galleon.
I was going to say, wouldn't that be above deck then?
No, it's still technically below. The deck is still the deck.
Really, Tyler? Really?
Yeah, but right now it's above the deck. So, it's above deck.
I want to kick him out this boat. Really want to.
I mean, as you get in here, you see that there are a few more veggie pygmies, as well as you're guessing the equivalent, the women and children of the veggie pygmy tribe.
They get tinier.
Tyler, no screwing them.
Yes, the children are quite small.
It's a baby carrot.
The seedling, yeah, baby carrots.
All I can think of is sausage party.
Glad I haven't seen it.
You don't want to.
Mm-mm.
It's a movie I regret seeing.
Just the trailers. I regretted watching the trailers.
I knew somebody who took their kids to see it thinking it was a kid's movie.
Oh no!
They realized,
yeah,
in fact, it was not a kid's movie.
Nonetheless, the veggie pygmies, they don't like that you're there, but they're not stopping you either. It looks like almost all the supplies that were once aboard the ship are gone. The ship has probably been here a while if it's already being overgrown.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So what's the plan, Capitan?
Well, I figured we'd go back to the White Tiger, ask if he can show us the way now, or if he wishes to wait later. Or... I have no problem spending a day here if we need to wait for him to sober up.
It is already pretty late in the afternoon, evening anyway.
Let's see if we can just build underneath the ship, or set up camp underneath the ship.
Yeah, you guys can set up camp underneath the ship.
Did the tiger even give us his
I
name?
would like to keep.
He never did.
Oh, well, let's ask him his name then.
You go and ask him his name, and he kind of has to stop, and it's like he's trying real hard to remember. And then eventually he says, Voyes Otamu.
Tom. Got it.
The spelling?
Were you always a tiger, Otamu?
Well, yes.
Well, I don't know how this works.
No, I thought he said, "Oh yes, oh Tom." No.
Yeah. He seems like he's trying really, really hard to think.
I'm gonna go start setting up camp.
Yep. me too.
Eventually he says, no. Lived with people before.
Wait. Humans can turn into tigers? Oh man.
And with that, he takes a fully human shape as you bring up this fact.
Can you do that?
As you do that, all of you, or everyone other than Erd and Shadowscale, make intelligence checks.
What are you saying about Erd and Shadowscale?
Yeah. Huh?
Do you guys have a lizard? Reptilian?
We're smart enough to
Monster?
just know.
At least you're not Taven.
At first I thought I rolled that one. I was like, damn it.
Jesus Christ, what the hell are you guys doing? Are you all drinking funny water?
Yeah.
Man, you guys all rolled really low for this.
I think I'm too
Man, I rolled
engrossed
the
with
highest.
what the captain's thought could have within it.
Possibly. Igris, now that he's taken his human form, he bears a striking resemblance, and you actually realize that you recognize the name, Otamu.
Oh.
Why does he recognize the name?
Does Kelly have more input?
Kelly recognizes the name and trying to remember where she remembers it from. Because she knows she's heard it.
You remember the name Wakanga Otamu.
That
Kanda?
doesn't help.
Wakanga Otamu.
He's a merchant prince. His
Yep.
brother.
Well, the merchant prince that your employer is staying with.
Yes.
Is this a curse? Could it be removed? Does he want it removed? Dang. Or I'll ask him if he's the brother of the other merchant prince, you know.
Of Wakanga.
Brother, this curse might increase his lifespan.
Wow. I should have just looked at my notes because it's written right there.
Mm-hmm.
You scrub.
Actually, it's probably written in my notes too.
Well, it's on the page that I currently can open.
So you're asking him if he's the brother of Wakanga? As you say that, you see a light behind his eyes, and he's trying really hard. He recognized the name, but he can't quite remember where from. And eventually he says, Wakanga. That was my cousin.
Do you happen to remember how you became a tiger?
He looks down, he's trying to think some more, but then eventually he just shakes his head.
Do you like being a tiger?
As you say that, he turns into his hybrid form, half human, half tiger, and says, easier to hunt like this. And even easier like this. And he turns into the full-on tiger. But then he turns back to just being the were-tiger.
I'm realizing I'm gonna have to explain to Shadowscale what were animals are now too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's getting a whole lot of questions today.
Poor professor.
Then I'm giving her all the wrong information for you.
Harmony? Does Harmony look human? Does she have a horn?
Harmony is human.
Ah!
Right, human. Okay.
Well, as far as I know.
Human doing human stuff. Hi, fellow human.
I'm such a minority.
I was gonna say, you're technically.
I don't
the
know. We have
only
like 4 humans, other humans in the party, just all NPCs.
Yeah.
They're all native.
Sa- Deep down, Sam is an NPC.
Yeah. The only humans are NPCs.
Nonetheless, what else do you do?
Well, I'm gonna leave and set up camp.
All right, setting up camp.
I will assist
Yeah,
him
I'll
with
just
that.
leave it for the night and talk to the group about it.
And once camp is done, I will look through the captain's log.
Well, you set up camp, and eventually, you get ready. You assign all of your extra people to watch, so none of you have to watch.
I don't think there's anything I can do.
I mean, looking over the captain's log, it appears to have just been a pretty normal sailing ship when all of a sudden it just stops, roughly, by the looks of things, maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
That's relatively recent.
Yeah, that's very recent. And I'm sure someone will have more information on the port.
I'm wondering if the cousin wasn't on this ship when something happened to it.
It's quite possible.
And his crew is the Veggie Pygmies.
Veggie is not a form of lycanthropy.
What does that mean?
There are no were-veggies.
Dang.
That means we cannot be bitten by them and turn into them.
Oh no, I'm a were-carrot!
Beware. I'm healthy.
But yes.
Oh no, he got bit by a were-tater.
Does that if the tiger bites us, we'll turn into half tiger people?
On a full moon, he becomes mashed.
I don't know. Depends on how the lycanthropy is in D&D. That rules.
I mean, if you want, you can try to make, I would say, an Arcana check to know about lycanthropy.
I guess I'm curious too. Okay.
No, you don't know enough about lycanthropy to know exactly how it works.
I don't want to embarrass the professor.
Well, as Erd and I are natives here, maybe we know about it.
Lycanthropy exists all over. Yeah, you can make an Arcana check to know about lycanthropy.
I was looking at what Andre had sent.
Ignis knows exactly that lycanthropy is a form of curse. You can technically be born a were beast of whatever form, but you can also become one by being generally bitten or scratched by the were beast.
If you're born with it, when do you become aware of it?
Generally pretty early.
Where do you keep coming up with these puns?
I don't know. I think I'm wearing salmon down with them.
And you really pull these out of nowhere.
You still alive inside over there?
Nonetheless.
I think he's traveling to your house to kick your butt.
He hasn't climbed Mount Everest, so he won't know where to find me. Okay.
It's up to Ignis if he wants to make that knowledge known to the rest of the party.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody since they're wondering. By the way, yada yada yada.
So he is cursed.
Maybe.
I mean, I can't imagine he's been this way for too long if the captain's notes only end. Wait, does it say who the captain was or anything? Does it have names in the log?
We're not aware of that yet. Sam hasn't told us. He's quiet.
I mean, I'm kind of waiting for Joe, because he would be the one to respond since I've been going through the log. I'm sure I'm sure he's busy looking it up if there is actual information on that.
Probably.
Yeah, he is.
Glad you can still talk, Sam. We were scared.
Hey,
for
shut
you
up.
there.
You're so... Be glad you're not working with me.
Well,
He's not.
no, you got a new job.
Didn't you
Oh,
tell
what
me?
you doing now? When did you stop?
Last week.
Last week.
Friday.
This is the end of my first week. I'm over at Canon Equipment.
Nice.
Where did the mouse come
Hell.
from?
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
What?
Joe, why are you talking like you have helium?
Because he's
Yeah.
about to speak like a pygmy.
I pressed a button. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait, is a pygmy talking to us?
No, it's the Chipmunks. Start singing.
No, the name of the captain appears to be Asbjorn Jessen.
Bjorn.
That's what I heard. Bjorn.
Fucking
Asbjorn Jessen.
Definitely need the
He was
spelling on
born
that.
yesterday.
Is that a frost giant name?
Separate.
Definitely not Chultan.
Definitely Frost Giant-y.
And the other names that you've seen, well, this is not big enough to be a frost giant boat, that's for sure.
That's what I was like. It's definitely that. Not
But the
that.
other names do not, they sound like they're from the Sword Coast, generally from the northern areas, perhaps Neverwinter, maybe even up as far as Icewind Dale.
What are we doing?
Well, you've made camp for the night.
Yeah, we will go to sleep. We're also getting information that I
Mhm.
plan on talking to Atamu about tomorrow. Because I'm guessing possibly his cousin either cursed him or somebody, some kind of rival probably cursed him
He was
or
born with
something.
it.
I don't know, but I'd like to find out.
So, I think it's just time for nighttime.
Time for the nights. Sweet embrace of sleep.
Hmm.
Well, you all go to sleep.
But I want to take first watch.
Alright, you can take first watch.
I always want to take first watch. I don't care if I'm not good at it. How's your egg doing, nerd?
I don't know. Probably still an egg. How's it doing, Joe? So eggy?
Still eggy.
I'm not ready to crack this fucker open. And
I
eat it.
mean, it's an egg, so you're not really... I don't think you've really been incubating it, so it could just be dead by now.
Baby. Says it's been in a frost giant's pocket.
Um,
None of us have detect life, so...
I don't.
yeah, you don't notice
just
anything,
hold it up
Shadowscan.
to a light and see through the shell.
Okay. No, then I go wake up the next watch.
Alright, well, the NPCs take care of the rest. The night passes uneventfully.
Well, we wake up, do the normal routine.
I go in for Otamu.
He's got a hangover. He went through about, like, 1/8, like half a gallon's worth of a beer.
Trying to top him off.
He gave, what, 4 gallons, right?
Yes, that was the Mexican grade within that.
Yep, he went through half a gallon's worth over the course of last night, yesterday afternoon.
Also pretty sure he was quite surprised at how much that jug kept pouring.
Oh yeah, but I mean, he didn't really think about it that much. What are you asking him?
Well, first I'll see how cognitive he is, and what form is he in right now?
He seems to mostly stay in his hybrid form.
Otamu, do you remember anything about how long or how you became a tiger?
He stops, he thinks, and then eventually just shakes his head. No. I've been a tiger for a long time.
Do you like being a tiger? I mean, would you rather go back to your life as a human?
At that, it looks like he has to try to make himself do it more, but he turns into his human form and goes, I am human.
Would you rather go live with your cousin and your family? And I say the cousin's name.
Make a persuasion roll.
I'm not really trying to persuade him, I'm just asking.
Or just roll it.
So then just make a straight charisma roll instead. Or not.
Well, yeah, because I'm not persuading him, I'm just asking.
Even so, it's like, well, then I guess I'll make him make a roll. He seems to kind of stop and think for like several long minutes. I would like to see him again.
Well, once you show us the place to the southwest, why don't you come back with us to the port where your cousin lives, and you can see him.
Now make your persuasion roll.
There we go.
He agrees. He will come with you to the place where his cousin is.
Will the pygmy tribe be okay without you for a little while?
He nods.
Okay. I get the feeling they took him in, more likely.
Nonetheless, everyone is ready to go.
Actually, I'm going to smack the professor and ask him where's my funny water.
You can have it at nighttime.
Fine.
Do you want to fight properly? The funny water would make you weaker.
Yes.
That's
Never
why.
touch it again.
That's why we drink it at night.
It's the devil's nectar.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Should bring out drunken monk to this party.
If it makes you weaker.
Well, it's another day with less humidity. It's unreasonably cool. It's down into like the 60s, which for Chult is quite cool. And it's
Cool
only a
business.
light rain today.
Taking a nap.
Well, during our travels, I will debate with Shadowscale the properties of what the alcohol does, as well explain what a tiefling is.
And if you let Boye lead you, he chooses to go at a fast pace. He doesn't waste any time.
Well, he does know the way.
We can find the way.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
Southeast.
Okay.
Southwest.
South.
Or
West.
needle cones.
So yes, back down this way.
Come on, be a were tiger, lizard man.
Weird.
Well, you travel pretty much all day, most of the day, and about 3 in the afternoon, you come into an area that looks quite familiar.
Yeah.
Needle's Bones.
Yeah.
To which Boye stretches out his arm. The big bones.
Yep.
Now he must die.
Yep. Big bones.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much for showing us. This is very interesting. And then, is there
I'm hitting
anything else
stab.
you want to show us?
You are not.
I'm hitting the professor. Just without my actual greatsword though. Just punching him.
He shakes his head if you ask him that.
Okay. Then, did we want to go back to port?
Okay. Mad. Does that hit you, Professor?
Sure it does. He's not wearing any armor, so pretty sure his deck is not very high either.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking, Sam, if we took the boat out around and came through the port, it's going to be a lot harder to, hide that shell.
I never said anything about taking the boat all the way to the port. Take the boat to here and then cross. Like I had originally, showed you the path.
I don't pay attention to you.
That's very obvious in most everything we do together.
No, I remember
Welcome to
that.
my world. Welcome to my world, Tyler.
Yeah.
And
man.
speaks. I don't listen.
Unarmed damage is just a 1d4 plus a modifier, right?
It's just your strength modifier. You're not a monk.
Yeah, I'm monk, so one monk needs to.
Only monks get dice.
Take 4 damage, Sam. I punched you in the thigh.
I punched him in his horn.
I still gotta ask about that. Don't let me forget again.
What?
Your horn.
I
Didn't you see
swear
the
to
meme?
God.
Your lower horn.
There's a lower horn?
Oh God, now I understand why you sent that.
Well, took you long enough. Well, I think we should start heading back towards the river.
Okay.
Yes.
Or did we want to travel up the river or travel up the coastline then? See some stuff we haven't seen.
Well, they're about equal. Well, no. The river's a
No,
little bit
the
closer.
river's a bit closer.
I suppose we can go upriver. Once more.
Well, you leave the Needle's Bones and start heading west for the river.
Yet again.
However, after just a few hours, it is already time to make camp again.
Okay.
And I break out the funny
I'm
water.
just tired now.
Don't break out the funny water.
I told Shadowscale at nighttime she would have her funny water.
You told me it makes you weaker, so I don't want to drink it.
Here. I have some funny water that won't make you weaker.
What funny water do you have?
I want to hand him the bottle of dancing monkey juice.
No.
Chug it.
Oh no.
No, I have half a bottle left. So now, how long did that last, Joe? It's just been dancing for the next, felt like it was only like 10 minutes or something.
First, she has to make a con save.
Nope.
Yes.
You begin dancing for a minute straight.
Oh.
Blended.
Told you it was funny water.
You cannot control your body, you just start dancing.
It's a great workout too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely making you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Told you it wasn't going to make you weak.
God, the professor's so stupid.
I know. Wonder what he was a professor in.
Nonetheless, as night passes, your NPCs keep watch. It is uneventful.
And we do the normal routine and begin.
Today it is warm. You would guess a little, maybe 10 degrees warmer than normal. It's now actually up in the 80s again. It's also muggy again. But there's just a light mist. What speed do you choose to move at?
Well, let's let Erd find his way first, because I'm assuming he's taking the lead again. Normal speed, please. Or were we just heading straight back to where we came from? Basically.
You're heading back to
we're
the
going
river.
back to the river.
Oh, okay.
Well, you move at your normal speed, making nowhere near as good a time as you have been lately. And it's a pretty uneventful day. Just mist and jungle weather. Eventually night falls. You choose to have your NPCs keep watch again.
Are we gonna do traps, or do we still have Allosaurus meat?
Even without the Allosaurus meat, we still had quite a bit of rations left. We're good for now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna set up 3 traps.
We don't need the meat.
But what if we come across a snail?
Yeah.
You can't carry it.
Watch me.
You set up all 3 traps.
3 traps.
Well, in the
Invade 'em?
morning, they're all empty.
I bet you didn't even roll. You just said they're all empty.
No, I rolled.
That's what he wants us to think.
Was that rolling with bait on it or without? Because you never
Without.
said we put bait.
I said without because I never did bait.
Okay.
You didn't say anything about bait. As for the
I
weather,
said it as
Didn't really give us enough
you said
time.
there was nothing.
it's back down to the normal 70 degrees. Humidity is pretty average, and
You back up.
the light rain. Very light rain.
Make your roll, Erd. I think we could do fast speed on that.
All right. Well, you choose to go quickly, and you manage to make it back to the river by noon.
Nice.
So you stop, have a quick lunch, and then pull out the boat.
Oh yeah.
What about Mountain Thunder?
He fits on the boat.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You get one boat last time.
You started this on the session on the boat
I'm on
with
a
Mountain
boat.
Thunder. Nonetheless, you only make it a short ways with the few hours and only being able to row the boat.
Row. Row.
Do you pull off? So technically, how many people do you have in the party?
10. Well, 11 with the were-tiger.
You could technically take shifts of groups of 4 rowing and keep rowing morning and night.
No, let's not do that. That'd be the one time we run into something like we can't handle.
No nonsense. There's nothing we can't handle.
So you choose to stop. You're in the middle of like cliffs, so there's not really a beach to put the boat on.
We don't want to get too close to the cliff edge in case rock comes flying down.
Well, then let's just, if we're in cliffs, let's keep going then until we hit a place we can
we
make
have
camp.
an anchor.
Yeah, you can anchor yourself.
It's up to you guys.
I don't care.
Well, if there are cliffs, I would imagine they cast a lot of shade on the river, which means most creatures would spend their time resting here. I would imagine that there'd be bigger creatures under cliffs than beyond them. So I would say take the shifts.
Alright, I'll go with the shifts.
That is native language.
All right. Well, you just keep going then. As morning comes, Harmony, you randomly see something overhead. Make a perception roll.
Shoot it.
Burn it.
Correct.
Throw the professor at it.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
You're able to make out what appears to be a group of 3 Etacocra just kind of flying by.
Shit.
I
Should
forget,
have
do they have
called
like
to 'em.
really good eyesight?
They're essentially eagle people.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move.
All right. Otherwise, nothing else happens during the day. So are you having the party? I'm assuming the party takes days and the NPCs take night, or are you doing an even switch? Who's on what shift? First or second shift?
I think party should probably be dayside. NPCs night side.
I would prefer nocturnal with my sunlight sensitivity.
Yeah, you would.
Keen for it.
Just decide who's on what, so that if I tell you what time of day it is.
I'm on second.
I'll take morning.
I'll take the second.
I'll take morning.
With Taven.
So me and Shadow Scale are on second with the NPCs. I don't know.
Those 3 will probably fight over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the
Well-
night shift passes completely uneventful.
I was gonna say because there's 10 people, and what you said 4 people can row.
Technically 5, but you want to have even numbers.
Yeah. So if we have 5 people on night, 5 people on day, so somebody can be like keeping an eye out while the others are rowing.
I was just referring to how many people are rowing.
Yeah. I figured. Yep. Yeah.
The night shift passes pretty much uneventfully. Day shift, everyone make perception rolls.
Oh, we don't get a roll for at night.
Nothing
Nope.
happened at night.
No,
Both Erd and Harmony, you see 4 very large, what look like, I mean, they're not birds because they're dinosaurs, but they're flying overhead.
Oh.
But they're huge.
Quiet!
And
I quick run over and wake up Shadow Scale and tell her to look.
Okay.
I'm blind.
I was going to say.
Direct sunlight. He's a kobold. He has sunlight sensitivity.
You're telling him to look straight up into the sky too.
she's on the ground, swapping back and forth.
Goes up on deck. What is it? What is it? Ah!
Good grief, and never mind.
I mean, I can do it. I just would have disadvantage on my perception roll.
Well, other than that, the day was uneventful. You've also now made it out of that canyon area, and you're pretty sure you can see the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, were we getting back on land at this point then?
No. No.
We were gonna follow the coast up to Port Castiglia.
Okay.
But wouldn't... No, never mind.
What?
I was going to say, wouldn't, walking through the port, stopping there with the giant shell kind of be like, hey, remember those adventures that came by? Had that giant shell? I guess I'm just overthinking stuff.
It's just a flaming fist forward operating base. That's all it is so far. And like a handful of settlers.
Yeah. I guess I'm just thinking something else.
And besides, we can literally camp away from there.
Well, by 3 a.m., whoever's on night shift can see the lights of the port as you start to pull in.
Port. Gonna go kick the professor.
And we can literally take our tents and cover up the shell too.
I
You
learned.
What's under that tent?
Erd taught me a special trick. Waking up the professor. I smack him with my tail.
No, the one smacking you, drag it down across his face.
And get across his face.
I like that way.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you got a tail too. There, you go use your tail.
Can I bite her tail?
Technically, yes.
Do you
I
wake
bite
up
her
in
tail.
time to bite? Do you wake up in time enough, fast enough, to bite my tail,
Make a dex check.
and understand myself?
The professor bites Shadow Scale's tail.
I rage.
Do you want to tell
Here's in front of
me?
you, Sam.
Oh God, you're the pixie thing right now, aren't you? Shadow Scale. What are you doing?
Random pixie pops up.
I end my turn and it explodes.
Not on the ship.
You bit me.
Everybody hears a small explosion from below deck.
Yep.
Shadow Scale.
You bit me. My
Don't
tail.
put your tail on my face.
But nerd.
Oh.
I'm gonna walk by and
don't
smack
do
the
that.
professor with my tail.
That's even bighorn.
It's not nice to bite people, Professor. You're
not
teaching
nice.
Shadow Scale bad things.
It's not nice to teach people to take their tails and run them across people's faces.
Maybe it's just, a tradition in Erd's village.
I highly doubt that.
You're just being, negative about this.
Being racist.
Yeah, that's racist. You're putting him down. You're shutting down his culture, man.
Okay.
At least he's proven more useful than you have.
I mean, no.
Anyway, we're at port now.
Yep. You pull up to Port Castellar. They've set up a few buildings, patched up quite a few things in the time you've been gone.
They're even gonna make one of us governor, right?
Eventually.
It was a possibility.
No, they said they were gonna do it. Hell, I'll even make one of you governor if you can get this done.
But it's still very much just in, like, people just still trying to set up homes and whatnot.
Governor Erd.
The Flaming Fist is trying to build a fort out of trees they've obviously logged from the nearby jungle.
Well, I think we can just dock the boat, finish sleeping on the boat.
Well, the people who were sleeping during the night wake up, and you're already in port.
Well, Professor, go talk to the port dude.
Already, Boye is looking around, partially confused, partially interested, because he doesn't seem to be familiar with, like, towns, even though this literally has, like, less than 100 people in it.
But, yes, we'll wrap up the shell first.
You doing okay, Otamu?
He just kind of absently nods his head. What are you dealing with first?
We're gonna wrap up the shell with the extra tents that we have.
Alright.
Then, I think I will go and pay a visit to whoever's in charge. See if they got any issues that need resolved that we can maybe
I'll go with them.
deal with.
And then I'll come along.
Are you still nursing your tail?
I mean, are you still nursing the explosion on your face?
The one of which hurt more.
Definitely the explosion.
Now he's just covered in glitter.
God.
Sparky. Professor.
Is there any problems here that we can help you solve? What happened to your face? It's just shining,
I got
sparkling
glitter
in the
blood.
moonlight. Oh my gosh, she's a vampire.
Oh God.
And it always sparkles during the day, during the sunlight.
I would have
Well-
made myself presentable.
You make yourself presentable, and you go, and there is a captain of the Flaming Fist. He asks, he recognizes you as being part of the group that helped bring the entire convoy here, so to speak. And he asks if there's anything that he can do for you.
Well, we were wondering if there was anything we could help you with.
He thinks of something, he tells you to follow him back to the office he's started to set up for himself. Basically, it's the building they've repaired the most out of anything. And with that, he leads you over to it, goes through a desk, and pulls out some papers and asks if you'd be willing to bring those to their commander at Fort Belluarian.
I have no issue with that.
Now, just to make sure player knowledge-wise, he's not telling you to go to Fort Nyanzaru, the fort that's in port.
Yeah, no, he's telling over there.
Because that is actually their main base. They just also have a presence in the port, because it's a port.
Mm-hmm. And she just goes back between the two. We just happened to catch her, luckily, last time.
Because sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not.
Either
way,
you should ask if they've created a stable supply line or something that we could follow. At least part of the way.
Just plowed this line of trees
Come on.
right here.
But I imagine they've set up patrols and made a certain part of the area safer.
They've got patrols, but I mean, it's chilled, so nothing is safe. They're currently hoping to see a resupply ship that will follow the coastline. Generally speaking, they figured it'd be smarter to send ships than to send anyone through the jungle.
Bork, bork,
You're a
bork, bork,
dog.
bork, bork.
Bork, bark, 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 bark. All the barks.
None of the
Oh,
lobe.
don't worry. There's some howling in there too.
Are you
No,
joining them?
Well, the little one likes to howl now.
No.
Nonetheless, yep, that's all he had for you.
Alrighty. Well, if that's the case,
Ask if they have any extra bug spray and supply that they can give us.
We have enough to last to the port.
Also, if you're on the ocean, you technically don't have to use bug spray.
now if you're waiting for a supply ship, what about pirates in the area? Sure, there's plenty of those.
He tells you there have been some pirate problems, but they've been focused in Port Nyanzaru, ships going out of there back to the Sword Coast. So, hopefully nothing happens here, but I mean, you never know. That's also partially why he's hoping that they'll be sending them from Fort Beluarian.
Very well.
Though that's not actually a port, so
Alright.
We should build one there.
it's not
It's in the land.
landlocked.
Yeah, but I mean, if
That's
you
why
build
it's
a port over
not a
here
port.
and lead a road up here to it, they could build a port.
Yeah, technically a possibility.
It's about almost 20 miles away from the fort. That's not really worth it.
Still a lot closer.
You're not
than
really worth it.
here, going all the way around.
Damn. Alright, let's rest and then head out.
Yes.
Going to take a nap.
We'll have a change in our destination then.
Well,
Professor.
you all just kind of spend the day at Port Castellar, getting rest, recuperate. You don't need to take rations; they provide you with food.
Alright. So once we begin setting out, we will follow the coast up to the fort.
All right. While you're there, I'm assuming with your ship out. No, nobody here knows how to sail.
You don't know that?
None of them are. They're.
I mean, we could technically, probably hire someone to sail for us.
I think he's referring to the people there at the port already.
Yeah, they're all pioneers and flaming fist guards and mercenary types. So you're still forced to mostly row.
I mean, hey, if the frost giants are right there, they could probably teach us how to sail.
Bro.
I mean, they sail. We can be like, hey, can you show us some tips? Never know.
I'm sure they went back on their search for whoever they're looking for.
Yeah, but who knows?
Well, you head out.
Like, Edward can ask them about how to hatch his egg.
Yeah.
They're the ones who gave it to him.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
if
eat it
they're
here shortly.
that's if they're actually still docked there, where they said they were.
You make the best speed you can just rowing, but eventually night starts to fall.
And the night shift takes over.
So you are still continuing to pull shifts.
Honestly, I would.
Yeah.
And then I would like to investigate that little X on the map we have. Or have we already investigated that?
What X?
What, this?
Along the coast.
Oh,
That's the
that's
ship.
that's the giant
frost
ship.
giant ship.
Can you not see the name?
I can see the name, I just don't recognize it.
Yeah, that's the name of their ship.
Yeah, the Schwalspeed.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Well, if you continue to have a night shift, then by about 11 o'clock at night, you see a massive longboat beached.
Shadow Scale.
Hmm?
Do you want to wake up the professor, or you want me to?
I'll wake him up.
Make sure to remove your tail faster this time.
I'm gonna get a running start. No, he said it was bad, so I just push him.
Get up.
And you are waking me up for what? No,
Big boat.
big boat.
Big boat.
There's a long boat short ahead.
Oh, it must be the frost giants.
Figured you'd want to be awake for that.
What? You can't handle talking to frost giants?
Do you want me to talk?
Yeah, I was just gonna shed sour scale. Yeah.
To be fair, it's the middle of the night. We could just pull up next to them
Yeah.
until morning.
Well, what do you choose to do?
Well, if we're pulling up next to them, I guess that's what we'll do.
As you do that, you see two frost giants who appear to have been on watch come near. They hold out their giant torches.
Like a tree.
They see me waving to them.
Well, they don't see you very clearly as of yet, so they call out before you even reach the beach. Who goes there?
Friends!
And what friends would you be?
Yeah, what was the name of the frost giant?
See, that's why I woke the professor. I didn't remember. Crap, nor does he.
Friends of your captain!
That is quite the claim.
They got a big wolf.
That's several big wolves.
Lots of us brought our wolves with.
We
if
met
didn't know-
outside
if we didn't know
city,
you, Captain, how would we
and-
know you have wolves.
Brokered deal between you and Fire Fisties.
You told us you were looking for someone, and we were helping, and
December.
now
December.
You are the adventurers that Drufi contracted.
Yes. Droofy. Okay.
Write that down.
Well, did you find our December then?
Not yet.
Fortunately, we have yet to encounter him on this trip into the jungle.
Uh-oh. Oh, hold on a second.
I
You gotta roll
explained-
something.
Why? We explained this last time to them that we've encountered him before.
Oh, okay. Well, you said you've never encountered him.
No.
No.
We haven't encountered on this trip.
Oh, okay.
Then was there another reason you came?
Just trying to get back to port.
I see.
Figured we might, dock near you guys for the night, if that's all right.
Well, you're welcome to. Though, if you want my opinion, you want a bigger boat.
Can we have yours?
No, Shadow Scale, we cannot have theirs. We can't even sail our own properly.
You can't sail your boat.
My profession doesn't take me to the sea.
Nor mine.
Nor any of ours, normally.
My profession might. I just beat things up. Maybe things on the sea need to be beat up.
Well, then, perhaps I can give you some pointers over the course of the night.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Show you a few things in the morning.
Also, we got egg from Droofy.
Yes.
What kind of egg?
Yeah?
Did someone actually write down what the egg was?
I
No.
would have
There's a
imagined
giant
Brian.
insect.
It was an insect, I know that much.
Right, you're supposed to have that recorded.
Renmore has?
Or Remorans.
It was a Remoraz egg.
How to hatch?
You're telling him that it was a Remoraz egg?
Yes.
He asks to see it.
Bird.
We'll
They
do it
want
on
to
my
see your
backpack.
egg. They smash it on the ground.
And it pops out. Like, oh, there it is.
I'll just I'll have to cook this thing and eat it.
He takes the egg, looks it over, and says, "It seems pretty close to hatching."
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think it's time to go back to bed then. Or go to bed.
He's gonna teach us about sailing little to the night and then some in the morning. I thought.
Oh yeah.
If anyone chooses to stay up and listen to him, they can make an intelligence check.
I mean, I'll
Yeah.
do it, but.
As will
No, I'm good. I got a egg to hatch.
Wow. You all suck.
I. Apparently, this is gonna what the night's gonna be like.
His pointers go over shadow scale in the professor's heads, but Ignis and Harmony are able to pick up a few pointers.
I'm writing it all down.
What about the NPCs?
They're not sailors, and they want to stick. Honestly, they don't like being on the boat that much, even. They'd rather be in the jungle.
Gotcha.
I'll be on the boat. Be on the water. Whee!
The only one who's more common or more comfortable is definitely Undril, and Tabin somewhat. Undril's been very happy to be out of the jungle. It is a lot less humid. There's less rainfall. You have the nice sea breeze. But yeah, Ignis and Harmony have picked up some pointers. Otherwise, they tell you can all go to sleep. They're still keeping watch, and there's other frost giants who will take their turn in the morning. But before he goes to bed, this frost giant agrees that he will make sure to give you a second lesson in the morning.
Yes! I can try again!
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
So everybody gets their long rest, wakes up in the morning, and anyone who wants to try to learn can make another intelligence roll.
Come on, guys. Roll good. Okay, that's good. And... so a little tired from last night, you know. Oh, Jesus.
Harmony's just
Harmony's shipmaster over there.
Picking up the knowledge.
So shadow scale picks up on a few things this time, as does the professor. Ignis, you feel like you got a decent amount. You're not taking as many notes. It's early.
I haven't had my coffee.
But Harmony, you're pretty sure that you know how to sail now.
Teacher's pet.
You actually gain proficiency water vehicle.
Ooh.
excellent.
Do I like? I'm not doing that.
It should be a trait you can acquire.
So, Harmony's the captain.
I don't know if it's like something that's blatantly listed, but you might just have to add it to the description.
Right.
But that is an actual proficiency in the game.
I'm guessing its skill would be intelligence then? Or would it be wisdom?
Water vehicles.
Or no, it'd be one of these things down here, so... Never mind.
What'd you say it was? Water vehicles?
Yep. I just went into proficiencies and went down to W's. Or you
Water
type
vehicle,
it.
type, tool.
Yep.
So literally you can perform different checks. Nonetheless, you can now actually sail the ship, which will allow you to move at roughly 30 miles a day.
Nice.
Captain Harmony.
So, you start heading out.
Yes.
Well, with all the help and basic knowledge you have now, you put up the sail and make good time finally. You choose to keep sailing and take shifts now? Even...
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
Well,
Waiting for one of Joel's famous 20 rolls and we just hit Kraken.
Hey, the Kraken's nothing to fuck with. Poor Fred.
I won't fuck with no Kraken.
Poor Fred. Took him on the Kraken. That bastard.
see SoundScapes just jumping overboard at it.
On the third day of sailing, you're pretty sure that you're pretty far north. You've sailed past that mountain range, so.
I'm just go down to see the damn.
But you see another ship approaching.
Man, the cannons!
We don't have cannons.
Fire the shadow scale! More deadly than a cannonball.
Are they flying any flags?
Faster than a speeding barrel.
We don't have a telescope. We probably should have asked for one.
Apparently, we have good eyesight.
You do see eventually. Or wait, did any of you have a spyglass then?
I don't think so.
No.
I definitely do not.
As far as I know, think
Nobody
you
has
need
a
an
spyglass.
X.
Use a bottle.
Why, yes. Do you have a spyglass on you? He lived in the ship. Maybe he thought one was shiny.
I mean, you did say he did have a spyglass, but did he bring it?
He did not bring it.
Yep.
Was the giant nice enough to lend us his, and then we just forgot to give it back?
No.
No, we have no spyglass.
Yeah.
Then you cannot make out the name, but it seems to be ignoring you. It's just kind of going by.
Someone write down spyglass under list of purchases. Need information.
Yep. That's what I already did.
And also cannons.
Yep.
Well, then
Wrote it down.
otherwise you just keep sailing.
So I'm guessing we said third day, so we're roughly like here.
Say past the mountain ranges, so I thought we were like up here.
Oh.
Well, based off calculations of the only person who has some semblance of cartography skill, the professor figures that you are now just you're as close to Fort Belluarian as you can get. I think you're right here.
Oh, there it goes. Oh wow,
That's a perfect spot to.
we made
start
a
then.
tremendous amount of time. Holy crap!
Took you 5 days, but yes. Well, you don't get anywhere near as many encounters on the ocean.
5 days. Oh, well, I gotta do food for 5 days then. So that's 50 rations gone there.
I'm assuming you make landfall.
We had a mission here, right? Turn in these
Yes.
papers or something.
Gotta go to the Bellarian and deliver some papers.
Paper, sir.
So
Well, you should be able to get there. If you travel through the night, you could be there by morning. Otherwise, you can make camp, spend the night here, and then get there tomorrow by just afternoon.
Let's
say-
not travel during the night.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to be, awake for being there.
Well, you make your camp, spend the night. It is uneventful. You head out in the morning, and by about 1:30 in the afternoon, you see the walls of the fort.
quick, everyone start screaming like madmen. They'll welcome us with open arms. I assure you.
No.
Maybe your culture shadow scale.
No, they beat us to death.
Yes, we'll approach the gates then. And say that we have business with the commander. Have some papers for it.
Well, after we walk around the fort. Or do they have a back gate?
Well, yeah, depends on the fort, but some do.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm asking. The Joe is looking up something, I think.
Yeah, he is. He's not just like staring at the computer.
Oh, okay.
The flag of Baldur's Gate flies over the wooden stockades. The whole structure sits atop a 10-foot hillock, the sides of which are shaved vertically to make them steep and difficult to climb. The fort's main gate faces west on the east side of the stockade. A tall keep holds a commanding view of the surrounding wilderness.
So we have to go around.
I'm assuming you go to the main gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we're just gonna chuck shadow scale over the wall
With the papers.
and see what happens.
I'm ready.
Deadlier than a cannonball, faster than an arrow.
As funny as that would be, I don't think the professor would approve of that.
Well,
We don't need your approval.
we don't care what the professor thinks. Clearly.
You should all be on the map now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Initiative. What do you...
No, you don't need initiative.
Okay.
We're just on a map in case we do something.
We're taking over the fort, lad.
Yes, I will call up to those upon the watch.
Ahoy!
Say that we have business with the commander.
There are 2 guards atop the wall. Saying that you have business, they call down to somebody manning the portcullis, at which they open up the gate.
My mother was a hamster, and I found her smelt of
Walk inside.
But there.
I'll have Jacques stay by. Mount under.
Yeah.
Look at all these soldiers. They look so happy.
I see a soldier. Oh, there's 2 up there, I guess.
There's 4 around us. That's the only one.
That's who I saw.
Oh, was
I want to be...
Who's the fancy dude?
You walk up and ask.
No, I just wanted to see like what is he? Is he just standing there, or does he have a name tag? You know.
He does not have a name tag. It does look like he's some kind of smith working on weapons and armor.
I guess I will go up to him and ask if he knows where the commander is currently.
He introduces himself as Korihid Donadru. He is Trondathan. He's not Chilton, so he's from Farron.
We didn't ask for an introduction. We asked for the commander. What?
alright.
Harmony, be civil.
Usually you're interested in knowing all about people. Now you're a captain, so you don't have to give a flying fuck about people?
Well, no, but I'm just like, if you walk up to someone, hey, where are the bathrooms? They don't go, I am Kelly Johnson. I am from Minnesota. The bathrooms are that way.
You've never met me.
But yes, he says that if you're looking to speak with the commander, she is going to be in the main keep.
Makes sense. That's me, so it makes sense.
Alright. I guess I will make my way there. Where is that? Is that here?
I mean, that's the main way into the keep. As you start walking through this area, you see that there appear to be at least a dozen traders that live here in the fort and manage various bazaars.
See, this is
Well,
where
start
the
looking at
dynamic
bizarre.
shadowing would be helpful if they were turned off. Because it's just mostly black. And I can't see, like, where buildings are or anything.
No, there.
Oh, so
Oh,
bright.
thank you so
I
much.
can't see. I was looking right at that. Well, I'm going to start looking at the traders, Joe. I want to see what they're selling.
I mean, most of them are selling exploring gear, but there's also mining supplies. There's a few that sell gems and animal parts.
Eyeglasses?
Parts?
Parts. Like hide, feathers, teeth, so
Oh, I was
forth.
thinking, like, limbs.
Horn?
Like, here is a head. Here is a hand. Like,
The kind of stuff that this party regularly collects off animals.
Technically, I do need some parts.
As well as there even appear to be a few traders selling, like, animals.
I need pet.
What kind of animals are they selling?
A handful of different. They've got some goats, some chickens.
I need some turtle fur.
They've got some axe beaks. They've got some horses. They've got some cows.
Do they have yellow axe beaks?
They've got some pigs.
I want to ask him how much the axe beaks are.
They have.
Where they keep?
They have 4 yellow axe beaks.
Yes.
Girls.
How much?
I'm on diet. Different color. On the dress without looking. I'm gonna put up his color. The blue with a blue feather.
They are selling their axe beaks for the yellow ones they are selling for 75, the blue for 50.
I will take 2.
You buy 2 of the yellow axe beaks.
Yes.
They ask if that you would like to buy saddles.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy the blue one. Oh yeah.
Sounds like this. I wish I actually carried money.
Do you
I was
want
gonna
one
say, I
shadow
have
scale?
0 money on
I
me.
have 8 gold.
Probably not an axe beak.
You could probably ride in someone's lap.
The professor is up. He's offering.
Apparently.
But
Watch out for his horn.
shadow scale.
Hmm?
Would you and Tabin go and grab the giant boar hides?
Okay.
I mean, you mean the giant boar hides that are in my bag of holding?
I have 2 of them listed on Mountain Thunder.
The saddles for these things are going to cost you 10 gold per saddle.
So how much was the blue
We'll just bareback
axe beak?
it.
The blue ones are only 50 gold.
Okay.
Well, Joe, I
Can I
know.
have a blue one?
16.
Can I have the blue?
So I will buy both the blue ones.
Oh, they got a
Yeah.
bunch of blue ones.
Oh,
Yeah, he was saying there's 4 yellow ones.
yeah. And then I thought he said there was 4 yellow and 2 blue.
No, there's 10 blue.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd rather ride a dinosaur.
Yeah. I want to reptilian. Or my bug.
But yes, Joe, I hand him the 170 gold. For the saddles. 2 saddles and 2 yellow axe.
He
I'll hand
takes
him
it happily.
120 gold for the beaks and the saddles.
You can definitely ride your bug, Brian. Holy crap.
Yeah.
When it grows up, anyway.
That's
Oh,
going to
okay.
take some time.
Yeah.
That was my plan.
But yeah, they've got a whole livestock, all kinds of livestock, all kinds of animals that you would normally find just in Faerun. They don't have too many dinosaurs, but they tell you, if you ask around,
I do.
they tell you that's because the trade and sale of dinosaurs is very tightly controlled by the merchant princes, so you have to go to the port Nyanzaru.
Damn. Damn.
If you don't recall, you literally did a minor quest about smuggling dinosaurs.
Mhm.
Yes, we did. But yes, so Tyler, how many boar hides do you have?
I have 10. No, that's tusks. Sorry.
You said heads?
Okay, you have the tusks. That's what I thought.
Yes, I have the tusks. I read it wrong.
Okay, we're gonna sell giant boar hide, the tusks, to the parts dealer if he's willing to take it.
I mean, he's willing to buy it. He'll take them for 3 gold each.
And it's way less than what we got for him last time.
The tusks
Yeah.
or the boar hide?
The hide.
The giant boar hide for 3 gold. It's a lot less than last time.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like in a town.
You're selling it to someone who sells it themselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we should just
I
keep
would
it.
The
hold on to
armor
it.
or the blacksmith, maybe. I don't know.
Here, we'll
Well,
keep-
if anyone's going to buy it, they're going to buy it from him. You're selling a product that this person already has to them, and nobody else here is going to buy it because there's already somebody here that sells it.
True. We'll hold on for that then.
Wonder. No, I want to use those. Never mind.
Okay.
Wait, you took that scroll.
Well, let's just turn in our quest and
What
Go to
scroll are we
Nyanzaru.
referring to, Tyler?
I don't know. I just had a scroll marked down, but it's not recent. It's an older one. That
The
was
one in
the
your-
that
the
was the
in your
one that I already
book.
gave you. The one that we used at Nangalore.
Anyway, let's turn on our quest and go.
Yeah, we'll just do that. We got chocobos. We're good.
Axe Beaks.
Sorry, I'm totally recalling them chocobos half the time. But yes, I go to the main gate. We gotta push our way through. They actually open.
Those are just open. Once you're inside, most of the things are open.
I'm already inside.
Hop the gate.
Yep.
But yes,
Well, you go inside the actual keep, and inside is where they are keeping their personal animals. You see a pen with 6 Hadrosaurus and 4 Deinonychus. It looks like the Hadrosaurus serve as mounts. The Deinonychus are being used like hunting dogs, as they told you. There appears to be a trainer in there as well. He does appear to be Chilton. You also see what appears to be somebody in full plate walking around. They appear to be a relatively high-ranking member of the Flaming Fist.
Or he's just really ambitious.
Yeah, wanna die.
As you walk up, she walks up and asks what your business is here.
we are here to deliver these to the Euro Commander. To the Ara.
She takes them and goes, "Ah, I see. Very well then, I'll take them to her."
Excellent.
And with that, she begins to walk into a different room.
Did you happen to look at the papers at all, or see what they were?
I'm sure they were sealed.
Were they sealed, Joe?
No, they weren't sealed.
So, can we just say that we glanced over them on the ride up to see what they were?
Yeah, it was basically just a list of supplies that would be needed and suggestions for different types of workers that should be brought to the port to continue work. Expenses and other things. The amount of supplies currently there and projected usage. The normal, various technical data. With that, do you leave the fort?
Yeah.
So, 4 of you are mounted now. I think that's it, though. The rest, Erd does not have one, and neither does... Or, 3 of you are mounted, technically, unless one of you is also riding the other yellow axe beak.
I don't think so. I mean, I got my blue one. Kelly got her blue one. Professor got his yellow one.
Yellow ones.
Yellow ones.
Is that the specific imagery you want to use, Sam?
It's a yellow axe beak.
I'm allowing you to use more custom...
Oh.
It doesn't have to exactly be a yellow axe beak image if you've got different images you want to use.
There's
No.
different kinds of
If-
axe beaks.
Actually, surprisingly, it's from a completely different game, and it just happened to be a yellow axe beak.
I mean, there are multiple art depictions of axe beaks, so I'll allow you to go with whatever you want. Yes, that is exactly what his axe beak looks like.
Oh God, that
I'm
is
still
not.
terrified.
That is not.
I mean, your axe beak would have opposable figures, though.
Don't ruin this for me.
Wield weapons.
Do not ruin this for me.
But yes, you leave the fort. Which direction do you head now?
To the port.
Are you going to go back by sea, or are you going to go...
Nah,
By land.
we can go by land.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's going to slow you down a little bit. You head out, and it is time once again to make camp.
So I'm looking at axe beaks.
I mean, so was I, so we're good.
Oh, that one's cool looking.
No, God!
Why must you do this?
You make camp. The night is uneventful.
Okay. Gotta mark down.
As you are getting ready and you start heading out, Erd, your egg hatches.
The hell did you find that?
Oh my.
But there.
All right, I'll make that into a token for you at some point.
Ew.
Professor is happy.
That looks like dinner.
What are you gonna name it?
That one's kind of cool.
Yeah, there's that one, and
What are you gonna name your bug, Brian?
Boogie.
Buggy.
that one doesn't
Boogie
have
the Mount.
the prominent of a beak, though. But it looks
Well,
cool.
Well,
Sam,
figure out what it eats.
Just gotta chub. Well, it'll eat what I give it to eat. Part of faster.
Not feeding me to anything.
I didn't say for you. I said parts.
We're not feeding parts of me to anything.
I'm gonna cut one off your. I'm gonna cut off your pinky toe. With a dull
So-
knife.
I am going to allow you guys to fast travel because over the next 5 days, as long as you stick to the beaches, there's almost no encounters.
Okay.
5 days worth of rations and bug repellent.
You're not in the jungle,
Oh
so you
no!
don't need the bug
Wait,
repellent.
does our bug repellent hurt our friend?
No.
So I just gotta get 5 days of rations.
It's only while you're in the actual jungles that the bug repellent really matters. Also, you're able to make faster travel while you're not in the jungle because you're no longer doing difficult terrain.
At first, I thought you were gonna say we were gonna fast travel or travel faster because we didn't use bug repellent. I'm like, what are you not telling me?
But yes, you make it back to the port, and immediately you are met by the tax collectors.
Wait, where are we right now?
Well, you would
I
have...
was gonna say, couldn't we stop at our house first?
You can stop by the house first, yeah. Well, no, because of the direction you came from, the most sensible thing would have been to bring out your boat and come in through the port.
But we're not sensible.
Yeah.
So you choose to be dumb.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm just trying to.
Yeah,
Well,
we
with
would've-
me, it's not a choice.
Had we taken the boat, we would have ended up here.
I thought we were walking along the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there would have been a stretch where we would either go all the way down to the river part here to cross over, or we could have just gone. I don't know. Depends on where we chose to cross.
I
guess.
thought we were specifically trying to get home first so we could drop off our stuff before we went into
So-
the port. We wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
You would have been here, you would have had to go like that to avoid going into the port.
I'm not seeing anything.
I did start clicking. That was it.
You were here, so you would have had to go like this
Oh my gosh. I can't even see the port now.
in order... You could go straight across into the port, or you would have had to go down
and around.
and around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's what the people wanted because they didn't want to have to give up money.
I mean, that was what the professor's plan was, not go in the port.
You were the one that originally brought that up.
Well, because I had asked you, and you're like, yeah.
Because originally we weren't flat. Our path brought us.
Yeah.
If
That
you
way.
choose to do it the other way, then if you take the long route, that's going to add another 2 days. So,
Because it'll all depend on how much they're going to charge us for that snails.
Yeah.
For if we go through and get taxed, or if we
One way or another, we're gonna have to bring the snail shells into the place, and they're gonna be like, "Wait a minute." It's not like we could sneak those in.
We had a plan, but
you only had
Ish.
one.
Yeah, we have a plan. Now it's to have.
Yeah, you have a snail shell.
Yeah. also, like I said, have a plan to possibly avoid tax collection again.
Nonetheless, how do you go about this? Do you take the extra time?
It's up to you, boss.
Which boss are you referring to?
I mean, you're the one who's in charge.
You're land boss. Harmony's sea boss.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to go there faster, or do we want to take the long route?
I don't really care.
I don't
go
care
there.
either.
Just go
Birds
to
is happy you get a bug.
I mean, we can go the short route, but I don't know how much this is gonna cost us. Pointing at the shell.
We'll be fine.
I guess we'll go the short route.
To the
All right.
docks.
You go in the short route, you land on the docks, and are immediately greeted by... Well, first, you are greeted by a person asking you if you'd like to tie in your boat, dock your boat.
It won't be necessary.
No, that won't be necessary at all.
Oh, so you plan to just simply let it back out into the harbor?
No, I plan to fold it.
I'm assuming you fold it up then, and they just kind of go, oh. Okay then, and they run off to go see somebody else.
Oh,
might have
we like our entrances, don't we?
Which dock are you pulling up to specifically?
This way.
Over here.
Where?
Over here.
The upper one.
Oh,
Over by Merchant Prince Corridor.
There.
I think
I want to go speak to him alone first, though, before we bring Tiger Man in to see him.
Okay.
I mean, not necessarily alone. I can bring you guys. I just don't want to bring him in there quite yet.
Yeah, I figured that's what you were.
Well, as you start going that way, another ship comes up and tells you that you cannot dock here. These are the exclusive docks for diplomats, dignitaries, and specifically the merchants.
Then a good thing we're not
He's holding
docking
the
then,
boat.
is it?
So, before you even got to the dock, they would have told you no.
So we go here.
Alright, you go over to the dry docks. There are currently ships being built there.
No, here.
So, which one?
One of these ones over here.
The first available dock that they will allow us to go to, Joe.
Alright,
To the merchants.
you're able to go to those docks.
Joe just kept pushing us towards the little boat outpost. Yes.
Just anything on the top side, on the west side, technically, up there, all these docks are reserved.
Well, technically, you just offloading stuff.
Yeah, all the ones here, I mean, this is like the warehouse district, so that's for a lot of goods come through. And then this over here is more where like people come in.
We got goods.
But yeah, if you pull up here, you're easily allowed. They let you in, they ask for a docking fee, you ignore them and fold up your boat. But once you're off the docks, immediately the tax collectors come.
Hello there.
Well, looks like you're traveling in style. So, we're going to have to collect us a bit of a tax. What exactly did you find out there in the jungle? Looking at your very heavily laden mountain thunder.
I point to people.
Shadow scale.
We found them.
That is interesting. Yes. It turns back to the professor. But what treasures did you find? Valuables, coin, what exactly? And you can see that he keeps glancing over at everything on Mountain Thunder.
Well, shell is still wrapped.
Yeah, but it's still a giant shell on the back of an ankylosaur.
Yeah.
Like, you've clearly got something big wrapped up on the back of an ankylosaurus.
And I will immediately tell him that that is something a merchant prince has requested for us.
Really?
Too pretty, yes.
Make a deception roll.
You better not fail.
Yes, and that's why you're pulling up over here. These docks are not the merchant prince docks.
We tried
So-
to tell them up at those docks, but they're like, "You're not a merchant prince." We explained it, but we weren't able to dock there. So we had to come over here. It was the only open dock.
Make a deception roll.
Do I punch this guy?
No.
You sure?
Fine.
I can punch him really hard.
Shadow scale.
If it is for one of the princes, and I guess we'll just ignore it for now. But I'm sure you found other things.
Oh, yes, we did. We have a chest made of velociraptor heads, a purse, which seems to be from Triceratops, as well as this silver ewer with decorated non-sword, this jade inlaid mug, as well as this bracelet, and the 2 boar hides.
And what about that boat you arrived on? That was pretty fancy.
In the
Aye.
family for generations.
It certainly has been in the family for generations.
Make a deception roll.
Oh, Sam!
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, you certainly aren't buying it.
It's not for sale.
Well, was that everything you found out there then?
I mean, I found some bug bites on my back if you want those.
Icarus, be proper.
Well, if everything you listed is as you said, then it looks like you owe us about the equivalent of 4,000 gold.
What?
Like, do we owe that up front, or can we sell the stuff and then give him the money? Like a credit.
I mean, you're supposed to pay it up front.
Do we have that?
No.
No.
The value of a folding boat is very high.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I was like, and he folds it up in front of everyone. I'm like, okay.
Yep, that was one of the reasons I asked.
And I was just like, I was going to tell him. It's just like, but then he does. I'm like, man, that was a mistake.
If he'd paid the 1 gold docking fee, they would just be like, he's got a boat.
Yep.
But then they see him say the magic words and it all disappears inside of a box. Well. And they've never seen one before. And they don't believe that he actually just had it.
Anyone have any kind of spell? Like suggestion?
Nope.
I do, actually.
Don't do this. We're going to get in trouble.
Oh, well, in that case, we're near the water. I'm gonna drop in it and swim away. My bug on my back.
Hold on a second.
Is it just one guy?
No, he's got a squad with him. It's him and like 3 other guys.
Oh, we can take them.
So it says anyone within range that can hear.
Try and get it so that it wasn't.
I'm going to give him the suggestion spell and suggest that
We already
don't.
paid.
We already paid all of our fees to him.
They met us at some tax collectors met us at the other dock.
No, because we weren't able to dock.
Yeah, but they told us we can. But
Tell them we never had a floating boat. The boat just sunk.
Oh, I hope they fail.
Don't damage the target. The spell will end.
I really want to punch this guy.
You're not punching the guy.
I'll grab my tail and break them for later.
So he has to make a wisdom save. And if he fails, he just completely believes it.
Mm-hmm.
While Harmony just does a hand wave. We've already paid our docking fees. And then he just kind of goes, you've already paid your docking fees.
Jedi. Mine. Fuck out of them.
Move along. Move along.
Yay!
I'm so glad you said that.
That was.
Mine, Jedi.
Well, now we know what happens. And that's the adventure, right, guys?
Yep. Well, let's get this.
You're all welcome.
Yes, thank you, Harmony.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, Joe, for failing that save.
He has no modifiers and he rolled a 3.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well. Let's
We
get
go to
out
the
of here.
Merchant Prince Square.
Yeah.
Alright, you're taking your big ol' Ankleo through it.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Not
it
a
give
big
us,
deal.
like-
People do.
Oh, okay. I was asking if you give us like a writ of passage or something with states we paid.
Nope. But you, riding... Those of you that have them, ride your axe beaks. The rest of you walk.
What was that, Hunter?
Said you ride two at the same time.
No, Taven.
Okay, like,
Taven, take and ride one. And I'm sure you're small enough if you could probably sit in someone's lap.
Meanwhile,
Watch over his horn.
Gaul, Kwani, and Shabata are looking around and just wonder. They've never seen a city this big. Gaul knew that Port Nyanzaru existed, but he'd never been to it. He's from his little village. Meanwhile, from when Shabata and Kwani were frozen, none of this existed. And also, it's so modern.
Yeah, I'm
Did
sure
they?
they're in a bit of a culture shock, so I'll keep an eye on them, make sure they're okay. And we're gonna go. I was gonna go speak to.
Yeah, we were all heading up there.
Okay, and then when we get up there, I'll have someone stand outside with him for a few minutes while we go in and like talk.
I just got a handful of bug.
Yeah,
This
Boye
camera.
is also very, very culture shocked as well.
Me
I'm
and
sure
Biggie.
people are staring at us as well, as we have a wear tag. Or is he in here?
Oh, it's
Could we cover him up with a blanket or something?
It's too late. He's walking around in his wear tag. He gets the odd look, but I mean, you also got a lizard person with you and a kobold.
Yeah.
Elizabeth was carrying a larva of a bug
That's
in his arms.
Yeah.
true.
He's carrying a baby a baby Remoraz.
A big old grin on his face.
It's a good thing we don't have to play it like a story where we have to be undercover.
Yep.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, you get up to the villa of Wakanga Otamu.
I would
Alright,
like a dinosaur before we leave.
Does someone want to stand outside with him?
I will.
Or the NPCs can stand outside with him.
Okay.
And just... So, we'll knock on the door.
The servant greets you, much like before. They recognize you, they usher you in, and they take you before Syndra.
Who's there? Oh.
They assumed you wanted to see your employer.
Well, no. When they answer the door, we'll ask if the merchant prince is...
They didn't. As they answered the door, they let you in, and then they led you inside. They didn't take any
Okay, I'm not
Dispel
saying they
syndrome.
asked. I'm saying I'm telling them that I'm the one asking them if the merchant prince is there.
And they say yes.
Can we see him?
They look confused, but okay. They go and take you to the study to see Wakanga.
There's a part of me that thinks Wakanga did this.
Well, that's what I'm going to try to get to the bottom of. before we make the introduction. Greetings, Prince.
He greets you and he looks excited. So, did you find the sentinel?
No.
What do you say?
Oh, very well then. What is your business here?
Well, we have two things in business. Harmony has one. And I also
Is
have
this-
a business.
Is this the one that sells animals, or is this a different one?
No, he deals in magic items.
I don't give a shit about
Actually, hey.
that. I want to ride a velociraptor.
So who's going
No,
first?
if you want animals, then you need to see Ifan Talroa, which you've dealt with before, because he was the one that got you into contact for how to sell your,
Commandants.
yeah.
Except it is
I actually have
not
him
after
written down.
9 now. So, do we want to maybe?
We can at least finish out the conversation.
Yeah, and then anything
Okay.
else, like selling or anything, we've got that game chat.
Yeah, we can do the selling in the game chat, but we can finish out this conversation with him.
So, just in our adventuring, we ran into some history of Cholt that we found very interesting in many different places, honestly. But we're also wondering if you remember your cousin,
Bias.
Bayes?
Bias.
Boye.
Baye?
Boye.
aka Bjorn.
Boy,
He says, I do remember my cousin Boye. I have not seen him since we were but boys, but I still recall him.
Do you recall what happened to him? Or, like, where, if he just disappeared? Or,
The last I was told, he disappeared while on a journey through the jungles.
alone?
No, he was with the caravan.
Okay, well, I mean, if they were both just kids when this happened, how old does this guy look?
I mean, he's in his, mid-30s.
Yeesh, guys, it's been like 20 years.
well, let's reintroduce them. And
Yeah, well, in our travels, we actually found your cousin, and he's alive, but he's definitely a little different than you may remember.
At that, he looks, very excited, you found Boye. Then take him to me. Why is he not with you?
We just wanted to. We didn't know this. He doesn't remember much of his before life, and we just wanted to make sure, you were not the cause of him going missing, and we just wanted to ensure his safety.
he's been cursed.
You presumed that I would have something to do with the disappearance of my cousin?
No, but I would like to take caution above all else, and just to keep him safe. But he's here now, and he's right outside. We can bring him in, and if you can
At
see
that,
him.
he begins heading outside.
Okay.
We follow.
When he steps outside,
You probably should have told him it was Verde.
I did say he was a little different.
I literally said he's been cursed.
he was focusing mostly on Harmony.
Yeah.
But he steps outside, and then he sees the group of various NPCs you've acquired, and he sees the were-tiger, and he looks confused, but then the were-tiger, as he looks upon Wakanga, returns to his human state. They have a moment where they embrace each other, and he's very happy to see his cousin, and his
Embrace
cousin
him.
does his best to speak back to him in broken Chilton. But he ushers him inside, and he thanks you all for finding his cousin.
If you need someone to remove the curse on him, or if he wants the curse removed, do let me know, and I can do that for him if he wants it removed.
And I know many priests and priestesses here within the city. I'm sure some of them can remove curse as well. But we shall see what he desires.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you're happy.
With that, he asks what he can do to repay you for this.
Dinosaur. I want to run
I
it.
mean,
No, I don't say any of that. Go ahead.
just speaking to the group, this one's on the house because, dang, this guy's been in the woods. I mean, in the jungle for 20 years as a partial tiger. But honestly, if he regains his memories, all I would ask is to know what happened to him and if he has any of his memories back.
But he disappeared when he was very young, so if he has been living in the jungle this whole time, especially as a were-tiger, then it does not surprise me that he does not remember much.
I'm just saying, if he gets like the curse removed, maybe his memories will come back. That's all I'm asking. Otherwise, it's on the house.
I'll just tell him. But do you have a magic item that help us out in jungle?
I have many things that would help you. But I also want to point out that lycanthropy does not affect a person's memories.
Gotcha. Okay. Then this one's just on the house, and I hope you guys can catch up.
Are you sure?
No. What?
I kind of just give Shadow Scale a look, and I'm like,
You
yeah,
look at me
this
any way
one's
you
on
want
the house.
to. This is a team effort. Everyone should have a say.
Sam, you've been quiet.
Yeah, but it's not like it didn't cause us any problems to bring him here, and it's... No, he's fine.
Okay, but if we can
I
gain...
waived your 4,000 gold fee, I get this say.
You wouldn't have done it if I didn't tell you! You wouldn't have even known this guy was his cousin if I didn't ask him for his name! What I'm getting to is, if any benefit we gain, it's another benefit we can use to help other people out there anyway.
Did you have something in mind?
Anything that keeps us alive out there.
Well, that's why he was asking about if he had any magical items that would help in the jungle.
Yeah, I'm not asking for any, like, weapons specifically for me or armor specifically for me. Anything that would be beneficial to the party.
Tools.
Utility based. It made sense to me. I'm sorry, I guess.
Well, I make my own spell scrolls, as well as I can make potions of healing. I could supply you with a number of those.
I mean, potion healings are fine. I'm cool with that. Everyone else cool with that?
Professor?
Talk to the professor. He holds them anyways.
He gives you a crate of 15 potions of greater healing.
Cool. Throw that in the, I'll just start loading them in the, bag holding. Okay.
We gotta want them.
And you said you had something that you wished to speak with me about, Professor Uzal.
Yes, we happened to come upon a flail sale. And we have the shell fully intact. Since you seem to be a man that deals with the magic items, what the best come to you?
You managed to get a flail snail shell.
Yes.
Well, that has many properties indeed. Could make a number of shields as well as the robe of scintillating colors. And I'm sure it has other abilities. So I've been told. I would gladly purchase this from you.
I would gladly sell it to you.
Tell me, what were you looking for price-wise?
I forgot what you said they were worth.
They were worth at least 5,000.
Then
Well, would you be willing to pay full price for it?
And what do you believe to be the full price?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What would be the bargaining skill?
What would be the best price he can offer?
Would it be
Well,
charisma?
he's waiting for you. Would be charisma based, but he's waiting for you to make the bargain.
We'll just say 5,000.
3,000 gold.
Dude, no, just say 5,000. He's a prince.
But I'm also a person that does not know the actual worth of this thing.
You could make a check to see if you know.
Oh, would that be then?
You can make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you definitely know the value of these. And that allows you to know specifically that they are often sold for 5,000 gold. Not just that that's like the value.
Oh.
That they regularly sell for 5,000.
average. That's average. Okay.
Yeah, that's not.
So highball it, then give yourself a little breathing room in case you want to spark.
Use the art of the deal. Time for the big ask.
8,000 gold.
Make a persuasion check.
That's what
Come
fall.
I got this. I could do that one easy.
No, it's the professor's one doing it.
You said 8,000? 6,000.
Say
Take it.
6,500, and then take
No.
6,500.
And I'm gonna jump in and be like, what about in between and go 7,000?
Make a persuasion roll. I will do 7,000.
Then we are agreed.
Yeah. Yes.
He, obviously he's not paying you physically 7,000 gold.
No,
he
no,
writes
no,
out he writes out a note and tells you to bring it to the bank.
That's what we'll do.
Now where is the shell?
It's right outside on the Inkleo.
Oh, we're outside already.
Yeah.
Yes, you are
And
still
I
outside.
point to the tents and
Yes.
take them off.
He sends for several servants and tells them to go and fetch an animal that might take it properly. And they
How much?
also they begin taking it down.
I was gonna say, how much does it weigh?
Like 200 pounds, I think.
I mean, I could just levitate it to wherever he needs.
250 pounds.
Levitate is 500.
Then yeah, you could use levitate and then they could easily move it.
Yep. That's what I'll do. Just
I could haul that thing on my own!
You cast levitate and it goes, yes, ingenious. A very smart plan. You are truly ingenious adventurers. And very good ones if you found a flail snail and brought it back intact. I look forward to working with you more.
As do I.
And of course, I am still personally indebted for finding my cousin.
all in a day's work.
With that, the servants begin to move the shell over into his villa as best they can. And he bids you farewell, and we shall call it there.